Right folks, here we go with the Alert Engine Parts GTI Challenge race number 1.
Yeah, this is the one a lot of people have been waiting for. Alert Engine Parts GTI Challenge race number 1. And the reason why he says race number 1 is because he's already looking forward to race number 2. And that's going to be later on this afternoon.
That will be the second last race of the program.
With a slight possibility of Aqua coming from above down south.
Well, let's hope not.
Alright, so as we sort out some of the technical difficulties that we've had during the course of today, it's slowly but surely getting better.
Well, here we go with the Alert Engine Parts VW GTI Challenge as they work their way down the back main. The bad news is that Tate Bishop has had problems out there this morning, so that unfortunately we won't see the Angry Racing Academy VW Jetta out on the circuit. And also in the week, Ryan van Eden had a problem out there, accident out there for Ryan van Eden, and that has put him out. So we only got about 5 Class B cars out for this one.
Keeping in mind that Class B, Roo, Thompson, Calfey, Hendricks and Van der Schijf. Zaki Hendricks, ex-class champion, the man from Wheelworks down in the friendly city of Cape Town, just outside Cape Town, opposite the centre. He finds himself 20 points in the lead. He looked pretty nervous this morning when we had a chat with him and said, all you got to do is, first of all, finish. Thereafter, everything else can happen. And he said, yeah, I know, but this is going to be very tight. So he's kind of wound up for the opportunity to try and hold on to that 20-point gap he's got in Class B. Class A is going to be brilliant. It's going to be Umpi Swart, Nathan Victor, Frankie, even on iRacing level, is becoming a force to be reckoned with. And I believe Tim Bezuidenhout has got some new shocks on board. And he's been helped, in fact, by Umpi Swart from Impini Motors. He said, well, I might as well help the guy, make him a little bit quicker, and then just make it a bit more exciting for myself. So expect Clinton Bezuidenhout to be very much up there and running. Dylan Jabir, a lot of work being done on that car, replacement of the gearbox. Geldnys van Sail and Cup rounding out Class A.
Yeah, that's going to be some awesome stuff out there. And then Myro Roo has also decided to move to Class B. He was a Class A runner. He's now in Class B. And joining him, we will have the likes of Mohammed Kalfi will be in there as well. But have a look at these Class C cars. They're right up front here. Here is the 31 car and the 15 car. That's
Mark Fontini.
Yes, and the 15 car is near a bus. They are right there in the front of Class C and directly behind, B, and directly behind the Class A cars.
So Zaki Hendricks starts a long way down, 13th position. Ahead of him is in fact Mohammed Kalfey, who is blinding the quick. Thompson and Roo there as well. Van der Schijf in the 69, 7th row on the outside in 14th. But Frankie, that Class C is going to be great as well.
Daniel Muna in the 33 car, the man that brought us some Red Bulls here. He will be starting this one, sadly, from a pit lane in the API Property Group VW Jet Golf 1.
So for the folks at home, Fontini, Class B, up in 8th position, Noor Abbas in 10th position, then a whole lot of the Class B cars, and then going down to Van Eden Road, Jacobs, Levy, Harris a long way down in 19th.
Right, the lights are on, and off they go, all at once, that huge start as they barrel down into turn number 1. Let's have a look at this. The Class B cars, there's some of them are 4 abreast, racing down into turn number 1. This is A, B and C all in one as they work their way out of turn number 1. At the sharp end of the field, we have got Umpi Swart that leads them, racing up towards turn number 2. Behind him is Clinton Bezuidenhout. Right behind Bezuidenhout is Nathan Victor. As they work their way down, Dylan Jabir He's in that fight as well. He's fighting as hard as he can as they work their way all out of turn 2 through the kink towards turn 3 interceptor corner.
Contact in the middle of turn number 2. We'll try and pick up as much of that contact as we can on the replays for you. Leading out is doing what he does best, but he's being followed by his biggest competition as well, Oompie Swart, and he leads out there from a Clinton Bezuidenhout. The Class B battle still looking very, very tight. Through the sorrel sweep they go, out into the back main, and now it's hammer down the back main. It's Oompie Swart from Clinton Bezuidenhout, Nathan Victor in that third position.
Leading Class C going down the back main. That's a golf you see there. That is Mark Fontini, and he's right in there with the front runners of Class B. They're coming out of turn number 5, out of fast strong corner. Oompie Swart from Clinton Bezuidenhout in that second position.
Zaki's off.
And then Nathan Victor as Zaki Hendricks loses the circuit, and he will be joined further down now in Class B.
Oh, the costly session for Zaki Hendricks at that stage of the fight as he went off. Leading out there, the Bullion IT car of Oompie Swart. He was the fastest man. Nathan Victor's looking good. Nathan Victor is coming of age. He's all over the back of Bezuidenhout. Dylan Jabir having one of his best to date as well.
Right, so as the Class A cars work their way through the kink and race down towards turn number 3, we've got a group of 3, a gap, and a group of another 3 heading towards interceptor corner. It is Oompie Swart from Clinton Bezuidenhout and Nathan Victor that you have a look racing down towards turn number 4. Sorrel sweep directly behind them is a bit of a gap before we see the next group racing down towards turn 4. And as they work their way down the back straight, that group working its way through there. That is led by Kai van Zyl. Behind him is Dylan Jabir, followed by Skalkie Geldenhuys. Down the back main they go. Then Ian Cup, he's the last man in that class. And then you got the leader of Class B that's working his way down into turn 5 into Pertamina Vastron.
One hell of a fight there for that second position in Class A as they come out towards the city of Cape Town and Wingfield Motors Bridge and down towards turn number 1. There's 2 battles, that second and third place battle, and then the 4th, 5th and 6th place battle as well. It's Oompie Swart that leads out. He's got a bit of a gap, but it's all happening behind him.
Right, there's a group of cars that's working its way into turn number 1, and that is Mohammed Kalfay. Then the leader of Class B with the Mark Fontini, Zaki Hendricks, Nur Abbas, Mark Thompson. The Class B and C cars is very much between each other. That group working its way through turn number 2. He's been led there by Van Zyl coming towards us now. That's Ian Cup. He's the last man out there. Then we've got the leader of Class B. That's Mohammed Kalfi. And then Zaki Hendricks going through there. And right there with Zaki Hendricks is Mark Fontini. And he's the man that leads Class C.
So leading our Class A is Oompie Swart. Then it's Bezuidenhout and Victor that have changed positions. Behind that is Dylan Jabir, Geldenhuys and Van Zyl. Down the back main they go. The Class A doing a brilliant job. Don't forget about Mark Fontini. He was the fastest man in qualifying Class B. He still leads out, and he's got Roo between himself and Nur Abbas. That is a second in class.
Right, so leading Class B is Kalfi from Roo. And Zaki Hendricks, they working their way now into turn number 5. There's Kalfi coming through right behind Mohammed Kalfi. He's Roo, and right behind Roo, that yellow car you see on your screen there, that is Zaki Hendricks. But that is in turn 1. This group is working its way under the bridge now towards turn number 1. Then directly behind them is the Class C leader, and that is Mark Fontini.
Mark Fontini ahead of Roo, then Thompson, Kalfay. There come Hendricks as well. That's the yellow car. Then it's Van Escape that leads out, and then that the balance of that Class C battle, Van Eerden, Rowe, Jacobs and Levy, all of them right together. In fact, Harris with that group as well, as we go back to our leader, and he's already on his way up to turn number 4.
Working his way out of turn number 4 now, down the back main.
Oh, they touch! It was Nathan Victor that rubbed there up against, sorry Frankie, that rubbed up against the Clinton Bezuidenhout. That could have turned to tears. 4th, 5th and 6th all together down the back main.
While this is all happening, they are losing the leader because he's making his way down into turn 5 all on his own. and that is working his way through fast strong corner. That's Judy Umpi Swart. And then Victor is having a hell of a fight there with Besaida Note. That's the two of them. Yeah, right behind them. That's a lovely fight there. That is Guy van Zyl is in that fight, and right there with Guy van Zyl is Dylan Jabeur, and right on his heels as they cross the line is a Skalkie Geldenhuys, and not too far behind of them, working his way to turn number 1 is the last car in Class A, and that is Ian Cup.
Yeah, going back to the entrance to Class A, we see the first of the Class B cars coming down that side. Unfortunately, that camera not working very well for us as we go back to Class A for the folks at home.
Right, Class A, never mind the man that sits up front. He's all on his own, and that's working his way to turn 3 interceptor corner. That is a Yuri Biswat. He's getting away now through turn 3 from Nathan Victor. Nathan Victor is now trying to get away from Clinton Besaida Note, and then that's that three-way fight that's been led there by Guy van Zyl. Right behind him is Dylan Jabeur. Right on his case is Skalkie Geldenhuys, followed there by Ian Cup. And it's a lovely, lovely fight. That is Ian Cup all on his own, working his way towards turn 4.
And behind there, here comes Fontini. He's leading out the class. He's got Mario Rue directly behind him. Then it is Noura Bas, but let's go back to turn number 5. Look at that battle going down to turn number 5. All the Class A guys so close to one another. Besaida Note's now being closed down. Van Zyl, Jabeur and Geldenhuys all together. Jabeur's going to have to be very, very wake up because Geldenhuys is on the move.
Right, Geldenhuys, yeah, he's definitely beginning to close up on this lot as they race down towards turn number 1. But we've got to go a bit further down because there's lovely fights in Class C. We cannot just stay with Class A all the time. Class C is well being led there by Fontini. Oh, we've got a problem in turn 4. That's Mark Thompson on the exit of turn 4, right up on the inside. You might not dare he stands. That's Mark Thompson trying to get himself out the way. And Thompson, who is in Class B, recovers the circuit once again.
Wow, well spotted there by the rest of the crew. We go back to this fight which works its way into turn number 1. The Class C battle is on. There's no doubt about it. These guys are not going to give way for one another. It's very, very close. A tenth of a second in general between all 4 of them.
Yeah, that's a massive fight. That's a matter of fact, they're going into turn number 2. They're behind Brett van der Schyf. Have a look at that fight. That's working its way out of turn number 2. There they go, those 3 golfies right in there behind van der Schyf. That's Van Eden Abbas and Matthew Rowe racing now towards interceptor corner, working their way out of turn number 4. That one is not done now. Out of turn 3, I should say, heading towards turn 4 is that massive fight there, and that is basically for 2nd, 3rd and 4th in Class C.
Oh, I think they're that times within a tenth of a second. Oh, using the curbstone and more. It's a brilliant drive up front, I must say, by Umpi Swart. Don't forget about him. He's up, dusted, and disappeared away from the front end of the field. And, well, he's just doing such a brilliant job. How do you explain what this man does? It's just all right, meeting for meeting, race for race. He just gets it so smooth and clean and neat as we watch him coming through down towards interceptor corner. He's got oodles of ground behind him through to Nathan Victor.
Yeah, looking at that fight, going through the kink and towards turn number 3 interceptor corner now. That is the one that's way behind Nathan Victor. And as a matter of fact, we see the 3 of them work their way now towards turn number 4. Class A is beginning to open up ever so slightly, but there's a fight coming out of turn number 2, Gary, for 2nd and 3rd in Class B, and that one is between Zaki Hendricks and Mario Rue, working their way now through interceptor corner. There the 2 of them go. Just ahead of them is your Class B leader, that's Mohammed Kalfi, as they work their way into turn 4. Sarl van der Merwe sweep, the double right-hander.
Well, it sounds like we've got action happening all around the circuit. Having a look down the back main, Umpi Swart, the fastest man out there, 124.795.
Right, there's yes, 124.795. Umpi Swart is the man that is the fastest out there. We'll pick him up. There he works his way towards turn number 2. And he's going to pick up Mark Thompson, the man that got it all wrong earlier on. And Thompson is back on track, but he is way down making his way through the kink now towards a turn 3 interceptor corner. He's your overall leader, Yuri Umpiswat from Bullion IT Racing.
There you saw second. Here comes third, fourth, and fifth. That's Geldenhuis. That's holding out very, very strong there. With Skalk Geldenhuis, Dylan Jabir, very, very close to one another. Clinton Mazaidnote actually leading that one out. Dylan Jabir once through. Dylan Jabir once through on the last lap. Oh, all over the curbstone. And while he somehow held that one together, Umpiswat's up, dusted, and disappeared. It's Victor in that second. You're watching third, fourth, and fifth for the folks at home. You're missing out big time. Kalani International Raceway. This is where it's all happening.
Right, the leader will be making his way towards a checkered flag soon. He's working his way out of a turn number 5. And that is the man of Bullion IT Racing. Here he comes, heading towards the City of Cape Town Bridge. That is your overall and class winner, Yuri Umpiswat. Brings it home in P1. Second for Summit Racing will be Nathan Victor across the line. Then we've got this lovely fight coming down towards us, and that's going to be Clinton Mazaidnote, and right on his case is Dylan Jabir. Let's have a look and see what is the difference. Here is Cup coming towards us, and then behind that we're going to wait for that fight for the lead. That fight for Class B, that is being led there by Mohammed Kalfay, and just behind Kalfay is that fight that is working his way towards us, and that is Zaki Hendricks that gets home just ahead there of Mario Roo. Class C is won by Mark Fontini. He will end ahead there of Van der Skyf, and then it's a side-by-side action across the line. Side-by-side across the line in that class. I'll let you know now what that is. And that is Faisal Jacobs, I think it might be. Yeah, it's difficult to pick it all up there. There's just a lot of action as the rest of the cars work their way to the checkered flag.